This is the Sideshow Collectibles 14-inch Chucky doll based on the original movie. There is another version that they've done as well that was released along with this one, where it's the kind of more scarred version where all the staples in his head and his hair is stapled back on. I think it's from like Bride of Chucky or Seed of Chucky, one of them ones, but I was more of a fan definitely of the first two movies. I think I actually prefer Child's Play 2 the most out of all of them. I know that the first one's a classic and everything is probably the best out of the bunch, but I do have a special place in my heart for Child's Play 2. Awesome detail on the eyes and just the whole face really. Sideshow really did a good job on this one. The hair is very well done, it's very thick. But yeah, the teeth are done really well. They're just basically part of the sculpt and they've just been painted, but it's a nice clean paint job. So that's nice. The eyes though, I really can't get enough of those babies, and I can't stress enough how well they've done them. But yeah, you can see there's no denying they did a fantastic job on the head. It turns, goes up and down. It's got like a ball joint on the head basically, so you can maneuver him however you want. Now it's not all good news. I have this little issue with the good guys writing on the center pocket is really heading off to one side, and the S on the end of guys is right on the stitching there. I'm pretty sure that's not meant to be like that. So that was a little bit of a pain, but the head is so well done it kind of distracts me away from it, so it's never really been something that bugs me too much. You got the good guys kind of design on the denim kind of overalls as well. He does come with a stand, which is really nice, very sturdy, but I actually use that for my NECA Iron Man Mark 7, who has trouble standing up. He's 1/4 scale, and I actually ended up using Chucky's base for him because it is quite a big base and it's very tough. So Chucky stands pretty damn well on his own, to be honest. The hands, it's kind of like a swivel. See, like this, so you end up with a straight arm, you bend it up, you get this. I think that's pretty much the same design as the movie. The Sideshow did an amazing job. It really is a freaky thing to have. 90% of my guests, friends, whoever who comes round and spends some time here, they usually will request that I put this somewhere else. When they're in this room, they'll want me to put it in a cupboard and close the door, or put it in another room altogether. The shoes are not great though. They're just all sculpted. You got the nice detail underneath though, so at least that's there. But the actual shoes themselves, you know, it's not much. Yeah, it's not that great. There is a showcase video on this Chucky doll on the channel. It has been up for about 2 years, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. But this is just a little mini review. So I usually do display him sitting down like this. He didn't come with a weapon, so I got a kitchen knife and put some red nail varnish on there. And he has this hand here, which holds on to that quite nicely. So that's all good. Be careful though, because it has left behind some black paint on his hand there, but that's no big deal. Not to me anyway. I mean, Chucky was always getting himself into mischief and getting quite scuffed. So, also another little thing. This didn't come with him. This was another little thing I put together for him, just as another weapon. Fits in there, nice and snug. And you got Chucky with his scissors. This arm doesn't really tend to stay up very well. Whoops! It just drops down again. Yeah, the arms just kind of drop. I can't remember when I first got him if they were tougher and would actually stay up. If you mess around a bit, they will stay up. See? Pretty gross. I kind of want this one too. Obviously, that's the version we're looking at. And there's a picture of him on the side. Yeah, the world's most notorious doll. Sideshow Collectibles. Box is pretty beat up now. Yep, that's nice. He just sits in there. He's got some twisty ties. Let's just have a little read of the back of the box. It says Chucky is a modern horror icon who slashes his way from through film after film. With a growing body count and a growing family, Sideshow Collectibles is proud to bring Chucky to life with the most eerily realistic figure produced. Chucky stands 14 inches tall and is built on a vinyl doll body. Okay, now we know that. Capable of sitting and standing poses. The arms have a clever rotating swivel joint at the elbows to allow, I'm reading that wrong, that allows bent arm or straight arm poses, and the figure is ball jointed at the neck, shoulders and hips. He's dressed to kill in his good guy's costume, including the striped shirt and denim overalls. Chucky also includes a display stand. Even though he looks like a toy, don't let your guard down. Well, yeah, pretty much. So that's what the box says. So would I recommend this to Child's Play fans or Chucky fans? Absolutely. He's not life-size, obviously. He's only 14 inches tall. Life-size Chucky dolls would be about the size of a 3-year-old, I think. So if you've got the space to have like a kid standing on your desk all day long, it's fine. But for me, I haven't got the space. As you can see, there's a Hot Toys Gordon figure. He's 12 inches tall, and Chucky's 14 inches tall, so it's not too bad. And you know, you can always have him sitting down like we showed before, and that looks really good too. Let's get him leaning in a bit. There we go. So yeah, I'm really into this figure. I've always loved it, and I don't know, would you call this a figure or just a straight up doll? I guess it is a doll, that's what Chucky is. So, he's very cool. I would like to pick up the other version, like I say. We'll see if that's possible later on. It's probably going to get harder and harder to find one of these. This was about 2 years ago for me that I picked this up, and already he'd been out for a while at that point. I remember I had to phone around a little bit and try to find a store that had one. Most people had the damaged version, but not many people had this one left, so I was able to grab one up London. I can't remember the price, but I remember it was about 70, maybe £70. That might be wrong. I can't remember. It was about 2 years ago. But yeah, he wasn't quite as cheap as I was hoping he would be. But then he is Sideshow Collectibles, and they do, you know, the high-end stuff. So you pretty much, yeah. Aside from the Good Guys logo being off to one side, and the shoes not being very detailed, it's all just one molded piece, just painted. Aside from that, the head sculpt more than makes up for all of that stuff. It's just so realistic. So look, that's an ugly angle. That's better. So yeah, crazy detail on this guy. I'll leave it at that. There's not much else to say. If you can get him, do it. Do it.